Hi, everybody. What's up? This is Gina Ifoe, the one and only African superstar, back at it again with another live stream. I want to give a big shout outs, first of all, to the customers at AfricanSuperstar.com. Much love to those of you shopping with me at www.theafricansuperstar.com. Also, big shout outs to my members only who are designated by the circle next to their name. You can also join members only with the link below. And also big shout outs to those of you supporting our music project. We are still raising funds for the next video. So all of your contributions are getting set aside for that music video. Okay. I also want to give a super special shout out to my nephew, Asar. Today we spent the afternoon at the pool celebrating his 12th birthday. So much love to my nephew, Asar. And my family and everybody. We had a lovely time. It was amazing. So big shout outs to those of you here in the chat room. Isaac Wren, hello. Big shout outs to you, Mr. Uganda. Thank you guys for being here. When you come in the chat room, make sure you like the chat. And moderators, please keep me abreast of the like count. Okay. Today I want to talk about moving to Africa is not going to solve all Black people's problems, because the root of a lot of our problems is psychological. Every time there's like a current event or something, we see the divide between our people. We see the people that align with pro-Blackness and are passionate about the affairs of the continent and people and blah, blah, blah. And then we see those that align with the ideology of the West or non-Black people or things that are kind of anti-Pan-African, anti-pro-Blackness. So I want to talk about this tonight because I know for a fact that many people that are, conceptualizing coming to the continent have this view. They think that, oh, it's like a utopia. Some people even come here and get a bit disappointed because they get the realization, wow, there are issues and problems on the continent. There are colonization. There are differences in mentality. And that's the truth. The truth of our people, the issue of our people is psychological. And what that means is that wherever you go, okay, you have to consciously deal with psychological problems. Now, the truth is, for many, adults and older people and things like that, they may not be able to reprogram themselves because they've been in the line of thinking that they've been in for so long. I've said it many times here on the channel that I believe our focal point should be the youth. I believe that if we instill in them the values that we need to be displayed in the future, certainly we will see it distributed, see it displayed rather. We will see more of our peers being on a like-minded. A great example of that is religion. I don't care where you are from coast to coast, whether you live in Europe or America or Africa or South America, the Caribbean, religion is kind of a unifier among our people. Okay. Many Black people believe in Jesus. Many Black people believe in Allah, but the reason why is the way that it was instilled. Okay. Some of us got it instilled at school. All right. If you went to a religious school, or if you grew up in Africa, certainly religion is a part of the standard curriculum here on the continent. Let me see a number one. If you got exposed to religion through school, number one. Okay, if you got exposed to religion through your home, let me see a number two. So your parents were teaching you Bible verses and your parents were really stressing the importance of religion. They were taking you to church or they were taking you to the mosque. Number two. Okay. The thing about religion is there's a multi-pronged approach on how we teach it to our kids. Most most people got a lot of it outside of school. You know, so like, let's say you grew up in the West, all right? You may not have necessarily got exposed to church through your school, but at home, your parents were instilling it. You see, if we took this same methodology to educating our kids, we would certainly see, you know, the Pan-African values and the pro-Blackness and the Black love and all that stuff. It has to be instilled. It's not being instilled, and that's why we don't see it. And when you come here to the continent, it's not a euphoric place, guys. Okay, it's not just a place where you come and all your problems melt away. If anything, the reality is you're then going to start experiencing African problems. Okay, you're going to trade whatever situations you had, you know, out there in the West, and you're going to come here to the continent and you're going to encounter African problems. You're going to encounter lights out sometimes. Okay, you're going to encounter maybe language barriers or comprehension barriers, where people are not understanding. You know, you're asking for a certain thing. It's called that in the country you resided in. It's got a different name here. You know, things like that. Okay. And that's the reality. Okay. Coming to Africa is not a one fix all for all of our issues. No, especially if we don't deal with the psychological. We've even seen some members of the diaspora come to the continent and struggle, have a difficult time, have contentious situations with continentals because of what? Because of their mindset, because of the way that they interact with people, because of their lack of understanding the culture, etc., etc. And essentially, they've gotten a plane ride and came here to the continent, and they're behaving as if they were still wherever country they were coming from. Okay, being able to go forward in the future means being mature and assessing the problem. The problem is our mentality. I had someone come in my inbox today. You know, obviously, a lot of people are upset with me because I've publicly expressed multiple times that I'm not bothered by the Ukraine-Russia situation. This person, his name was Kwame, so I assume that he is a Ghanaian. Was very upset in my inbox, insulting me, telling me that he thinks I'm a bitter person and I'm upset, and you know, Ghana is a crazy country and blah blah blah. He hopes I get professional help. All this because I'm simply telling my people, hey, look, we have enough issues that we need to be focused on. We don't need to be worried about other people's problems. You know, and like I also prefaced in an earlier live stream, you spending your energy on things that don't pertain to you is why you're not getting ahead in life. Yeah. You know all your neighbor's business. You know everybody else's problems. You're up on it all. You know, nothing gets by you, but your own personal life is a bit chaotic. And that's why. It's like that because you're not investing in yourself. Okay, you're not investing in yourself. You're not investing in your people. You're not investing in your kids. You're not investing in your homeland. And that is why it is what it is. Okay, maturity is understanding that you as an individual navigate the world based on your mentality. Okay. That is why we are taught certain things in the West and not taught others. That's why we get exposure to certain kinds of media and not others. Okay? Whatever we get exposed to in that setting is not designed to empower us. Big shout outs to Jerome. I see you there. Guys, make sure you like the stream. Can I get a like count? If you're here in the building, you know what time it is. This is an African Superstar live stream. I just have so much to say lately. You know, and once you realize that, wow, okay, what I learned is not correct. What I thought I knew about the world is not correct. What I thought I knew about my history is not comprehensive. Thank you. Mr. Uganda's on it. Thank you. Big shout outs to my moderators out there, everybody with a wrench. I know there's a lot of you here on our channel, but it got to be like that. It has to be like that. Also, if you're leaving messages in the chat and they're not coming up, it's subscriber only. So you need to be subscribed. We're on a, we're on an initiative to grow the channel this year. So we need all hands on deck. Okay. All hands on deck. I'm talking about you coming to the continent, not going to solve your problems. Okay. If you weren't necessarily agreeable in the West, you may not get along with people here. If you had some type of ways about yourself in the West. Now, see, there are some people that have been experiencing setbacks in the West. Okay. The way to know those people is they're probably going to get here and flourish because they were experiencing setbacks that wasn't allowing them to be great. When they come to the continent, because of their ambition, because of what they're putting in, they may be able to move forward. And that's going to be a testament to, oh, I was definitely being held back in the West because look at me now that I'm here. I tell you guys over and over and over again, before you make this transition, please, I encourage you, deal with your mindset. Try to open your mind. The thing that really, and big shout outs to my parents was my ability to travel very young. I started world traveling very young. If you guys have children and you're in a position, please take them with you on your travels, expose them to the world because it makes a difference. When I took my very first trip to Europe, I was still in high school and I went to Italy. Okay. And I remember some students telling me, that, oh, they don't like us over there and they're going to insult you and call you the N-word. That's what some of my classmates were saying. Okay. And when I went to Italy, I had a remarkable experience and it was a beautiful country. I had a lot of fun. And I thought to myself, okay, this is a stark contrast to what I was told and what people thought they knew about the world. And so when I was traveling in the international community, I was seeing that, okay, this is not necessarily aligning with the stereotypes that I'm being, exposed to in the West. And then the other telltale sign was, unfortunately, a lot of Americans have a very negative stigma towards immigrants. Okay. They, feel some type of way about them. They feel threatened. They feel very ignorant to a lot of their cultural norms or their language or their religion. But what I noticed was, damn, the migrants, they got it together. They're the ones that were buying homes and getting new cars, and they would travel every year, and they dress nicely, and they're well educated. And I'm thinking like, okay, this doesn't really align with the poverty that is, that is associated with migrants. That, oh, they're, desolate in their home countries, and that's why they come here. And I was meeting them in college and talking to them and learning about them and finding out, damn, a lot of them were rich. A lot of them, their parents are prominent people, and things like this. So what I'm telling you is I started realizing then that there was kind of holes in the system. And I started realizing like, wow, I'm not getting a full comprehensive picture, am I? And once I realized that, I started analyzing other aspects. I said, okay, this is my education. This is the media. This is religion. It's not adding up. So I had to question everything and I had to start searching for the truth. Okay. That's what makes the difference, guys. And, coming outside and moving to new countries, being open-minded is really, really going to help you, honestly. If you come and all you want is the West and you keep comparing everything to the West, you're going to be very unhappy because this is not the West. And like I said, you're going to deal with African problems. The problems you had in America, you may not deal with, okay? You're not going to deal with racism, for instance, here on the continent. You're not going to deal with extremely cold weather. You're going to deal with a different cost of living. You know, if you're from somewhere like Ohio, you know, or Northampton in the UK, you know, you got climate issues, you got cost of living issues, you got utilities and all that stuff. You know, you come here to the continent, it's a different hands of concerns, but the reality is it's not a one size fits all quick fix for your situation. Okay, big shout outs to the family. Guys, if you're here in the chat, I'm going to start shout outs. So I see there's several of you there. Just drop me something so I can greet you, please. We got Isaac Rand in the building. Mr. Uganda is with us. He's quite busy in the chat room. I see you there today. Jerome, B1. I see you there, brother. Yeah, so, you know, you got to know. You must know that Africa is not the answer, the complete answer. It's a part. It can be a significant part for us, the diaspora, but it still depends on what you're willing to do. And I got to tell you, you know, we are in a vacuum right now. Everything is accelerating really fast. People that are dragging their feet and procrastinating, you may miss out on your window. I mean, that's just what it is. Unfortunately, we haven't had the benefit. You know, I was talking about that with Sister Y'all today, and she said, you know, we haven't had the benefit of those that have been enterprising here in Ghana for a long time, for instance. You know, people that have been here doing whatever they're doing 15, 20 years. We don't necessarily have that time to invest. We have to be more streamlined with our game plan because of the world events and the current events and the external things that are going on. You know, you need to operate very strategically from this point forward, guys, whatever you're doing. Okay, whatever you're doing, you need to really strive to do it right the first time. It's kind of like when you're 21. You know, you can have a couple ups and downs and mistakes. You're still young. You still got time to bounce back, blah, blah, blah. The older you get, the reality is the less time you have to achieve your goals. You know, we're aging, things happen, health concerns, blah, blah, blah. You need to make sure at this stage, sorry about that technical difficulty. Use the resources around you to be able to operate your plan better and better and better and better. You know, there are already people that have been here for some time and they can give you pointers. They can give you troubleshooters and say, okay, this is what you should do. This is what I recommend, you know, to help you save time and to help you operate S&P, our mission statement, strategy, maturity, and patience. So, guys, that is my message for tonight. You guys are a little quiet tonight. So, that's what I wanted to tell you. You know, I want to try to help our people get over the, you know, the romanticizing that they're doing about the continent. You know, they come here and they're just like, you know, eyes wide open and just like not thinking straight. And it's like, look, okay, you're not discovering Ghana or Kenya or Nigeria. Okay, there's people already there, already living there, already matriculating the system. You have got to figure it out. And the sooner that you figure it out, the better, you know? So big shout outs, family. Thank you so much for stopping by. We had good like counts today. You guys are a little quiet, but that's all right. Obviously, I went to the party today. I'm a little tired. I'm a little tired, you know, but it was wonderful to see my nephew. He was so happy. We went to like a really nice party, you know, party house called the Coral Gardens. It's in Oyurifa area, and it was so nice. They have like a trampoline area. They have a pool. They have a really great restaurant. The food was amazing. I had a couple pina coladas. It was so good. And then we had birthday cake. It was great. I really enjoyed that. We were out entertaining. You know, I was out I mean, I just got home a few minutes ago. So I'm going to unwind a little bit. And, you know, these were my thoughts after some of the conversation I had with my friends and family at the event. And, you know, this is what I wanted to pass along to you. You know, simply coming here is only part of the equation. The biggest part of the equation is your psyche. Okay. You can be successful where other people have failed. It depends on your mind. When obstacles come and confront you and you decide, hey, I'm not going to be distracted. You know, when you decide to be unapologetic about whatever you feel, whatever you believe, you know, these things dictate success. You know, I tell you guys all the time, during the time I've been planning my migration, there's been plenty other people that have been planning a migration. All right. There's few of us that have made the move, you know, and managed to have longevity. There are other people that are still talking about it. It just has to be a decision. It just has to be a decision that no matter what, you know, this year or this month or whenever, you know, I'm going to get this and this, blah, blah, blah. If I have a setback, I'm going to do this and this and this and this. You know, think about your contingency plans. Think about your backup plans. Think about if what you originally have in place doesn't work out, what's going to be your game plan. Jerome says strategic thinking and planning needs to be done on both sides of the ocean. Absolutely. You know, this is the dream team. And this is what our brainwashing has safeguarded against. Okay. It's safeguarded against the two, you know, groups of people coming together, for instance. You know, because the diasporans are coming to the continent with this mentality, and the continental Africans have this mentality, and it's not on the same wavelength. So even when we come here, sometimes we face complications communicating and finding like-minded people here on the continent. You know, I personally believe we got to take the responsibility of start educating our kids. I, for the life of me, don't know why those of us that know our children have been miseducated or we've been miseducated allow it to continue to go on. You know, I don't have children, but I'm already trying to figure out, okay, when they come along, how will I educate them? That is so critical. That is so important. You know, we're not conscious in what we put in. And then when these coons and stuff out here, all these sellouts and stuff out here, where do you think that mentality is coming from? It's just regurgitated information. It's just what they've seen on TV or heard, what their parents told them, what they read on social media. They don't really know. Prime example, Ukraine and Russia. 2 weeks ago, nobody was talking about Ukraine and Russia. And truth be told, most of the people doing talking now have never been there, don't even know what's going on. They're using a medium called mainstream media to get their information. Some people are speaking about the conflict and they don't even know why Russia has invaded Ukraine. What's the conflict? They don't even know. You see, all, you know, where you go in life has to do with your mind. Protect your mind. Protect what goes inside your mind. You know, it's okay to unplug. It's okay to tell people, you know, I do it sometimes too. I get loads of emails, loads of WhatsApp videos and all this stuff, Facebook Messenger. Sometimes things are inappropriate. And I'll tell my viewers, I'll say, hey, don't send me that kind of stuff. You know, if it's too graphic, if it's violent, if it's just like racist or just it's just too much, I'll say, hey, I don't like to see those things. I don't want to see those things. You got to consciously protect this thing. You know, and you have to pour into the youth what you want them to come out. If you want them to be a Malcolm X, pour into them some Malcolm X. Hello. If you want them to be Kwame Nkrumah, pour some Kwame Nkrumah up into the kid. Okay? You want them to be some kind of pro-black, black love perpetuator, That's what you got to pour. You can't allow all these people to pour all this stuff into your kids and have an expectation that they're going to be something else. No. You know, I'm very self-aware and confident because that's what was poured into me. You know, I have to say that I'm so grateful to my mom. You know, I'm so grateful to my mom for pouring confidence in me. I see so many Black women with low self-esteem, a lack of confidence, you know, a lack of awareness. And I think to myself, it's so unfortunate. I got that very young. My mom doted on me like a sweet. You know, Gina, you're so smart and you're so well spoken and you're this and you're that. You're so pretty and you're so intelligent. I mean, my mom had me pumped up to the point when if somebody tried to tell me something, I'll be like, you're lying. You're lying. You know, you have to create the atmosphere for greatness. So it's no surprise that I'm a confident young lady. It's no surprise that I'm an orator. It's no surprise that I'm unapologetic. All those things were sold into me at a very young age. And we let other people make our children insecure. Huh? And we put all this extraneous stuff into our kids. You know, and it's like we're going to not get anything out of that. You know, we're not getting out what we want to see in our kids. We're not getting that caliber because we're not putting it in. And even those of us that know, you know, we know the truth. We know, okay, these institutions are not in our favor. We still rush to put our kids in. You know, I see here on the continent, I'm like, we know colonialism. We know that our kids are being brainwashed, our people are being brainwashed, you know, and we don't take any responsibility of changing that narrative. The only way is to pour something into our children. That's it. That's the only way that we're going to change the future. That's the only way. So anyway, family, I'm going to go. Like I said, I'm a little tired from the party. I'm a little tired from the party. But these were my thoughts and opinions tonight. What's up, Paul KKO? I see you there. Karamay, what's up? What's up? What's up? Mr. Uganda says, I outright tell people not to message me things. The boundaries are necessary. Absolutely. You know, feel free to let people know your boundaries, as Mr. Uganda says. Let them know, hey, you know, if you're with people and, you know, let's say you don't swear in front of your kids, you know, and you have a friend that comes around with colorful language. It's okay for you to say, hey, look, you know, in my house, you know, blah, blah, blah. You know, I've had that conversation with sometimes people I've had on the channel. Hey, on this channel, it's family friendly. It's this, it's that, you know, because you got to set the stage. And we're not doing enough of that, you know, in my opinion. We just take whatever comes and try to roll with it. And that's not really working well for us. So we should try a different method. All right, guys. All right. So anyway, I'm going now for real this time. I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Until we meet again, stay Black and true. What's up, Malik? You got in at the very end. But stay Black and true, okay? Until we meet again, stay Black and true. If you ain't Black, just stay true.